Hello and welcome to this edition of Diaspora Central Spotlight. With me today, ladies and gentlemen, is in the studio, in this very studio right here at Diaspora Central, is the man that is definitely represented us to the Western world. This is the man responsible for ensuring that the African dance they transcend over to Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only PAPI OJO, Beyoncé's video appearance is part of his catalog. PAPI OJO, welcome to Diaspora Central.
Thank you so very much for having me on your platform.
Listen,
man.
brother, you are the pride of the diaspora. You are the pride of Africa.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Thank you so much.
Yes, and on behalf of the entire community, I would like to say thank you for representing us to the fullest.
Thank you so very much.
It's
man.
not.
I really
It's not.
appreciate it.
Yeah, this is not for everyone. And you can choose to be that. You have to be chosen.
You have to be chosen. Yep.
You have to be chosen. Blessings.
Thank you so very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. All glory be to
Indeed.
God.
Indeed. Amen. Sir, we know that this level of stardom, the swag, all that doesn't just happen. Huh? It didn't just come out of the blue and all of a sudden, bow. No.
No way.
Yeah, it
Takes
started
time.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kind of have that conversation. Let's go back to the place where he started, right? Country of origin, heritage, and deal with all that.
Yeah. So I was born in Lagos, Nigeria.
Legos.
Lagos, Nigeria. I was born and raised. I'm Ekiti. You know how it is, man. My family, my mom and dad is from Ekiti, and so I represent Ekiti to the core. But I was
There
born
you
and
go.
raised in Lagos.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
Yeah.
Lagos boy to the core. I grew up in Ogun State.
Okay.
Yeah, for a little while, and then before I came to the United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old were you when you got here?
11 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I
at
came
that
here pretty young.
you're just formulating a sense of identity, and now all of a sudden you in this new country.
Right.
So you get here in the States. Before we even go there, man, I'm trying to rush this interview because there's a lot that I want to cover. But let's go slow down, Gil. Slow down.
Let's slow down, Gil.
Indeed. Let's slow down. Yeah. So let's kind of start. Big family, small family. How many siblings?
My family, I guess I'll call it big in a way. My immediate family were not that big.
Yeah.
I have my mom, my dad, and
Okay.
I had 3 other siblings.
Okay.
I lost my older brother in 2016, so right now
Oh,
it's
my condolences.
It's okay.
Yeah.
May so rest in peace. Shout out to you, Sedo. So right now it's my older sister, me, and my younger brother. So we're pretty small in that regards.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. And can you give us mom and pop's name? Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to my dad, Anthony Ojo. Yeah, they know Anthony Dilo Ojo, and my mom, Eunice Morenike Ojo.
Yeah.
And then my older sister, Christiana Ojo, my younger brother, Samuel Ojo.
Indeed.
Yes, and
You-
then me,
Yeah.
Papi Ojo.
There you go. Yeah. Formulated a great young man that is definitely representing not only the diaspora but also the continent.
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
Now, so at 11, you live in Nigeria, Lagos, loud city.
Mm-hmm.
Bum 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 bum.
Every day, for loud.
Into the U.S.
Yep.
Culture shock.
Culture shock.
Yeah.
Major culture shock. Major. Because I came to the United States 2 days before my birthday, actually. I got here on the 27th of August, 2008. And
Yeah.
so I got here when I was 11 with my family. My dad came here first through a lottery, and then he worked hard. So I have the amount of respect I have for my dad is out of this world. I really look up to him because he came here with nobody. He didn't have anybody. He came with a lottery, take care with a few dollars in his pocket.
Right.
And he was able to really accomplish something that a lot of people cannot, which is to bring his whole family,
Indeed.
from my mom to my older sister together. You know, some people will usually do it one at a time.
Yeah.
He did it all at once.
Brought the whole family at one
the whole
time.
family here all at once. So it was really great to be around that, be around my family, being here. So, but it was a major culture shock for every single one of us, not just me.
Yeah.
Me and my siblings. Because when I got here, at my age 11, I had to go to middle school.
Right. But what was your port of entry? What city did you guys enter
New York.
through? New York
Yeah,
City.
straight to New York. Brooklyn,
So
New York.
Kennedy.
Yeah, straight to
Yeah.
Flatbush.
Yeah.
Straight to the hood. You know how that go. Yeah, so straight to Flatbush.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a major
Yeah.
culture shock. Just I guess what the hood of Nigeria is compared to what the hood
Right.
of the United
Yeah.
New York is.
Yeah.
It's so different. But I don't regret anything. Like, you know, like it made me who I am. Just being around that environment. Like I'm always so thankful to just be around that environment because I don't take anything for granted.
Right.
I don't take anything.
And it is pretty diversified also because you have a lot of other cultures there. You have a lot of Jamaicans, Haitians.
Especially the area where I grew up, I had a lot of Caribbean.
Right.
Caribbean and Haitian. So like, you know, that kept me grounded. You know, like it didn't make me feel too far away from home because like they also FOBs, you know, fresh off the boat. I'm fresh off the boat, you fresh off the boat, you know, like we all fresh off the boat playing soccer together. So
right. Yeah.
So it was good. It was good, you know, but yeah, man. Yeah, culture shock. The culture shock was different. Yeah.
So you're going into middle school. 11.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy. Definitely was a lot of bullying.
Yeah.
Made me tough, gave me a tough skin.
Indeed.
Yeah. It was one of the biggest culture shock that even shocked me and my parents because in Nigeria I took an exam called Common Entrance.
Okay.
A Common Entrance exam is basically like for kids who have like a advanced like education, like they have like an advanced like ability to learn things quicker, which I was
gifted.
Gifted,
exactly. Academically gifted.
I took the exam, I passed it, and it skipped me 3 grades. So like when I came here to the United States, I was supposed to go straight into the 9th grade.
Oh wow!
Right. So but because of how the United States is and
it's by age.
It's by age, not by like your intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
So we fought that case, we lost it, they dropped it back to 6th grade. So
now you bored.
Very bored, and it was like being bored and bullied, B&B,
right?
Double B's. I was bored and bullied all throughout my middle school life, but I made great friends. You know, like
that sounds like a title of a song. Bored and bullied.
But I was able to make a good amount of friends in middle school. You know, like even though I was bullied, it never really affected me much. You know, like I got in fights. I can't lie. You know, I got into a couple of fights. Yeah, normally
it's normal.
Normally, yeah. So
it's normal because there's always someone who's gonna push those buttons.
No, there was
around
a lot of the thing about it. I love Americans. I really do, but they could be a little bit ignorant sometimes because of, you know, and it's not their fault based on what they're exposed to, based on what TV shows them and stuff like that. So
it's that power of representation, right? A lot of times when you're not exposed to something, when you see it, you may not believe it, so you kind of want to check it.
Exactly.
And from their perspective, they're just checking because I'm sure that around that time, being African wasn't the coolest thing.
It was
either.
not the coolest thing. Like, you know, thank all glory to God that, like, you know, we're at a time now where, like, you know, a lot of just black people around the world want to know where their roots come from, and it's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see because now they're a lot more exposed, you know, like, and they want to learn. It's like there's a zeal, there's a willingness to want to learn. So like, we thank God for that. But when I first got here, that was not the case. You know, like it was a whole bunch of ignorant like conversations. You know, they was cutting me up crazy, man. I done heard it all, man. But you know, it was funny. It was funny. I had a tough skin, you know, coming from Nigeria. Nigeria is not a soft place either. So like,
Lagos, come on.
It's not a soft place.
Yeah, that's
know.
the peak of the continent right there. You can get louder than that.
So Nigeria, we have mouths. We shout. But I don't know, something about like Americans, man, like they just know how to really get under your skin. When they start,
tactical. It's tactical,
sharp.
man.
It's
tactical.
Very sharp. It's very sharp and shiesty.
It's chicken mode. It's chicken mode. You see one dot and everyone is gonna peek at that.
They are very on point. They are very on point. When they start, they are very on point. But
survive that.
Yeah, survive that. Shout out to my family. Just like, you know, having a very strong family household. Like, you know, having my mom and my dad, growing up around my mom and my dad, having like my siblings and stuff like that, who are also going through the same thing. Like my mom was definitely going through the same thing, you know, like coming here, my older sister, my older brother, my younger, we're all going through the same thing. So like just being able to, I guess, like vent the way we could vent.
Indeed, you have a support, some sort of a support group.
Exactly.
Support system,
and then like we also like, you know, we also cut them up too in our own way. So
indeed.
Like, we go home, you know, we make our own little
kind of
jokes
get
about
even.
them.
Yeah.
And then after a while we just, you know, I'm happy now. I'm happy here.
Yeah. Now you're one of them.
Yeah. I am. I don't say I'm one of them, but
you the top of them, right?
I'm on top now. Normally we have to get on top.
Yeah. Indeed, because now it's like, now it's no longer like, oh, you so and so's friend. Now everybody's your friend.
Yeah, everybody's my friend. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's nice because now all the girls want an African guy. You understand? All the boys want to be African. A lot of people want to claim where they're from now. No, I really love it. I love it because it's like, you ask somebody, they're like, yeah, I'm American, but it's always like, I'm American, but my bloodline comes from Congo.
There you go.
I'm American, but my bloodline comes from Senegal.
Right.
So like, to hear that, or like, I'm American, but my bloodline comes from Nigeria. To hear that, it's like, okay, like, at least, even if your mind could be a little bit ignorant, you're still like, you're aware now. Like, you're aware of some things you say could be very ignorant because you're talking about yourself. If you make fun of me, your bloodline comes from there. So it's like, exactly. So like,
and if you really think about it, technology kind of also helped break the barriers down. But aside from that, it's really that we get into a point where we really now understand that it is about us as a whole and not you or me. Right? And that in itself is a good thing. But you know what? This conversation is good, but trust you me, man. I gave you a intro that people want to see what is it that you can do. So we're going to have to take a very quick break and show them a little bit of what you
no problem.
Can do.
Fine.
Can we do that?
Let's do that.
All right, so let's go into our first break right here on Diaspora Central Spotlight. And today our guest is PAPI OJO, Nigeria Stand Up.
Let's get it.
Yeah, PAPI OJO is in the building. We'll be right back.
Girl, I need no waste time for discussions, no. I know you bad down, no. Turn around, get you hot tire. You're my baby, don't be late. When I call on you, will you turn up? See you a governor, and I'm a prisoner for love. I know that girls will know. Lay my eyes, oh baby, and I'm a customer in everything you do. Anytime when you walk out from my yard, all the boys must say, I'm feeling it. In my bedroom, she killing it. I'm feeling it. In my bedroom, she killing it. I'm feeling it. In my bedroom, she killing it. I'm feeling it. In my bedroom, she killing it. That's it. Baby, gay body. You look nice. You look sexy. You look bang, you look sexy. When you go best it. Baby, gay body. You look nice. You look sexy. You look bang, you look sexy.
And we are back. If you just joined us, you're now tuned into the Diaspora Central Spotlight, and our guest today is PAPI OJO. Yes.
Papi's
Ogun State, Lagos, Flatbush,
we did, man.
New York.
Yeah.
Fully represented. Yeah. Now, of course, you survived that bullying going on around school, middle school. There gotta be some teachers also that kind of see something special in you that probably played a role in trying to help you, or some community friends. There's gotta be someone. Who were those people?
Definitely. I mean, I don't remember their names now because middle school was a long time ago.
Yeah. What school was it though?
I went to Marine Park. Marine Park, IS 278 in Brooklyn. So great school. I can't lie. Great school, great program because of that school, I've always had a love for music, but because of that school, I was able to join the band. I was in a marching band.
Okay.
I learned how to play the clarinet in that school. Like, I just learned, like, they exposed me to a lot. That middle school really exposed me to a lot because I was like where I went to like my first like ever band competition. Like we went to there's a Hershey Park like band competition that they have every year. That like I was able to go to, like, just that was my first time like leaving New York to go to a different state was through that school. I went to Hershey Park.
And that's in Pennsylvania, right?
Exactly. So like just like being exposed to so many things. Like that school had a lot of like field trips. Like,
there you go.
Like, so like they exposed me to a lot. So like I was able to see so many different things, eat so many different food, American food, like snacks and stuff. So it's like because of that school, I was able to like like integrate into the system a little bit better, easier because like they exposed me to the beauty of what America could be.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
The potential of this country.
Like, the potential, because like, not saying like in Nigeria you don't have those resources, but like you have to be very, very wealthy to have that resource. But here you could be a average Joe.
As long as you focused and you you detailed, you can make things happen.
And my dean, I don't remember her name. Shout out to her. Like she really looked out for me a lot. Because she was black as well. So like she saw the potential in me. She saw that I was a very bright kid. So like she just used to guide me and stuff. Like, hey, like take it easy here. Like, you know, do this here. Like, you know, move like this around this area. Like talk like this around these people. Just like, you know, advice me on many things. Like my parents don't know about the fights I got into because of her.
Well, you can take that stuff home.
No, she just knew, like, I mean, she knew that I was Nigerian, like, you know, and like that would get me in trouble because, you know, with Nigerian parents, you know, like, which they're very strict in a sense. They never, because of the way they raise you, they expect you to turn the cheek at all times.
Indeed,
you know?
don't embarrass us out there.
Don't embarrass us. It's like, you know, when you in a shiesty middle school full of shiesty kids, you know, sometimes it just gets overwhelming.
Yeah, you didn't come here. You didn't come here to cause us trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't come this far to be looking like this. What's wrong with you?
So if they call home, you know, all my parents is gonna hear is, hey, like he got into a fight.
Right.
They don't really see the full picture of what's going on, or the amount of things I have to like persevere on a day-to-day basis. So she kind of understood that and like held it down for me. So shout out to her. She held it down for me. So
there you go.
My parents wasn't really getting any calls at home. Everything just stayed in school. And then in high school, my soccer coach, my soccer coach really held it down. Like my teammates, like, you know, I ran track in high school and I played soccer in high school. And I had a very good bond with my teammates.
There you go. So what position did you play?
I'm a forward. I still play. I still play soccer today. I used to play for a team called Zoom. Now I play for a team called New York City Kickers.
Okay.
Yeah. So but yeah, like, you know, soccer is my first love. Like I put soccer above everything. You know, even if I have a date and I have a game, like I'm canceling everything. I'm going to play soccer.
You're going to the game?
Yeah, definitely.
That's
it's like there's no if buts because when why. There you go. It's just hey, like you know, like we have to reschedule. Like
ambitions to go pro at some point.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. I had the chance to in high school. Because I was really focused on like my track and soccer. I was really focused, like you know, and to the point where like it looked as though like I didn't care about anything else, you know. And at home, it made me a little bit rebellious, you know. And I was already like I already had like, you know, amongst my siblings, I was already like the over hyper kid. I had a lot of energy growing up. So like, you know, in a Nigerian household or Nigerian community, when a kid has a lot of energy, it's a little bit frowned upon. Like it's not frowned upon like, oh, he's a bad kid, but it's frowned upon like, yo, like he just has too much energy. They don't know what to do with it.
You need to behave.
Exactly. You need to behave.
You can't be managed.
You have to behave. So like
short leash.
Exactly. So like that was just basically what it is, you know, like high school, you know, like I was very independent. That made me very independent because I just felt like nobody really got me, like, you know, I had a lot of energy. My parents like, yo, you need to relax. My siblings like, you need to relax. I'm like, well, I don't want to relax, you know, like I have all this energy. I'm interested in all these things, like, you know, like I want to do. So you're
discovering this America that is now.
Exactly. Wow. So it made me a little bit rebellious. So, you know, and then I got scholarships for both soccer and track for a school upstate. I don't remember the name. And because of like just how rebellious I was at home, definitely didn't make my parents comfortable or my family comfortable to let me take that scholarship to go away, which I definitely understand. It was like, honestly, that's probably like the smartest thing for me to do because I know for a fact, like, you know, I probably would have been distracted.
There you go.
Know, like they
would have gotten yourself into trouble.
into something like, you know, like just something. You understand? And there are things parents know about their kid that even the kid don't know about themselves.
Indeed.
Because we're in it, we're living in it. We don't really see the outside perspective looking in. And it was until recent years when I had conversations with my cousin, you know, like me and my parents, we talked, you know, like we me and my family, we started building our relationship. After I lost my older brother, my family made it a like one of our main priorities to always communicate with each other.
Like, great effort.
Exactly. So now we talk. So I definitely vented to them how that made me feel, and then they vented to me how they saw it, and I never saw it that way. So like, you know, for a very long time I was like, my parents didn't let me take the scholarship. But now I understand the reason why I couldn't take that scholarship. You know, like, because if I had taken that, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have done Black is King. I wouldn't have done Rihanna, Janet Jackson. I would have been playing soccer. I probably would have broke my leg somewhere, gonna go pregnant. I would have gone out of, like, you know, something. I was very, very, like, energetic. You know, very energetic kids. You don't know what to do with our energy. It would just be,
And if you put in that environment, that can really be a problem.
Exactly. So, greatest decision of my life not to take that scholarship, but I do still love soccer, so like I never like shied away from it. Like even if I'm not playing for school, I still play for my city college in New York for a year. But I didn't really enjoy playing for college, so I just looked for a team to play for, and I enjoy like club soccer more, so I do that instead.
There you go. So now, what was your major in college?
Political science and theater.
Political science. So at what point does dancing and
Oh, I just did
entertainment
that.
really
I just did that
becomes the
because
thing.
I just needed to get my parents off my back.
Mhm.
And I just needed to get a degree. You know, like
Yeah.
you understand.
So,
like,
so that's what it's kind of funny because you know what, a lot of us do that. It's like, in order to satisfy our families, we
Yeah.
get this degree in this specific thing that okay, in case I gotta get a job, this is gonna be my job. Okay, I'm
Exactly.
cool with it.
I'm cool with
but your love is really something.
yeah, my love is something. And shout out to my parents. They understood that.
Yeah.
They gave me full freedom. Like
Indeed.
like when I sat down with them and said, hey, like I really want to pursue this.
Mhm.
They gave me their blessings.
Yeah.
Like they supported me and they still support me till today. So and that's why, like, you know, I can never take my parents for granted ever,
Yeah.
ever. Like
Yeah.
I'm one of the luckiest like
There
men
you go.
alive to
Yeah.
have like to be in a household with both parents and both parents who are very understanding and very loving.
Indeed.
You know, and yeah, like, you know, they're very, very supportive.
Yeah.
Very supportive. So when I told them I wanted to take a year off to go pursue like my modeling and my acting and my dancing and stuff, you know,
Right.
obviously they were worried.
Yeah.
But you know, the only thing that says like, hey, like we're gonna let you do this, but like, just promise us that you're gonna finish school. Because you know, once you blow up like and you start getting money, what's
Yeah.
the point of finishing school? But,
Right.
I made that promise and I never went back. You know,
There you
like,
go.
I made that promise to them and like, cause you know, a promise is a debt.
So indeed, until you
Exactly.
pay it off, you
you're
still
in debt.
owe.
So-
Yeah.
So yeah,
Went in political science, done. Here's the degree.
done.
Modeling, dancing,
Yeah, exactly.
entertainment industry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm honestly like I'm not even done with school. I still have 3 more credits to take, which I'm
Okay.
doing right now. I'm in
Yeah.
school right now. Just I don't know. The devil is trying to keep me in that thing, but the devil's a liar. You know,
Hey,
like,
hey, listen, you
know,
gotta
it's
stay
ve-
focused.
It's very hard to juggle a lot of things. So school definitely gets affected a little bit when you
It
have
does.
like when you live this lifestyle that I live and trying to focus. But like that is a
Right.
sacrifice that I'm willing to make and I'm not compromising for. So like I always
Indeed.
make sure like you're like
Indeed.
I'm in there.
And
until I finish it.
then there's a greater benefit also that comes from it. Political science, if at any point in your life you have to circle now into the political circle, you already a famous guy. Right? Your
Well,
constituency is already there.
I don't think I've
Well-
gone because famous is on a different level. I think that I'm on my way there, and I think I'm building my resume to get there.
Brother, you famous and you're still building up.
Yeah,
Okay. And you got the capacity and the ability to reach iconic states. Very few people at your age
Right.
have worked with the names that you have worked with.
That is true.
That's to be appreciated
Yeah.
all day.
And that's all glory to
Right?
God, honestly.
Because
like,
I mean, those are major credits. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, it's not the same. One person who's gonna put Janet Jackson, Rihanna, Beyoncé in the same sentence.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and you know, just to toot my horn a little bit,
Yeah.
I did help choreograph the choreo. So it's like,
Listen,
you know,
listen.
so
You understand?
yeah, I do get it.
Yeah,
I'm on my way.
that's
I'm
it.
on
You
my
on your way.
Yeah.
You on your way, and it is our responsibility to ensure that you definitely reach there, because you're not just on your way. You are paving the way
Yeah.
for a lot of other ones that also probably right now may be going through the same things that you have gone through.
That's a fact.
Indeed.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So let's go into another break, man. Take a look at some more of that great content of this brother, this young brother that is definitely representing the African diaspora to the fullest. PAPI OJO is in the building today. We'll be right back right here on Diaspora Central. Yeah.
Figure 8. My girl, make you come to me, no delay. Girl, come through while your waist that's so nice. You are sweet in my life and I'm feeling like, oh, Angelina, you're making my spend all these dollars. Yeah, Angelina, you're making my spend all these dollars.
And we are back. If you just joined us, you're now tuned into Diaspora Central Spotlight and PAPI OJO. Yes, he is the man in the building, representing the diaspora to the fullest.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, PAPI OJO. In our conversation, you mentioned your brother that passed away twice. Okay, and you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But I just think that as part of the process and even as part of the understanding, because at the end of the day, you are one of the icons that our kids now in the culture are looking into. They want to be like you. and they need to understand that you're human too. You're dealing with tragedy at times and with pain.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
So can we dig a little bit into
Yeah, that's
that?
fine.
Can we unpack that a little bit?
Let's unpack
Because
it.
I know that it's something that affected you profoundly.
Oh, yeah,
affected
definitely.
your family profoundly. Okay, so and you don't have to go into a lot of the details, but what exactly happened and what brought about the tragedy?
So just to cut the long story short, he basically saved my life. He gave up his life to save mine. I was drowning, and I called up on him. He jumped in the pool without thinking twice. He saved me, and in the process, lost his life.
Wow.
And I owe my whole entire being, my whole entire existence to him and God. Because without both of them, without God first, obviously, without like Sedo, just like, you know, being so selfless and do what he did for me, I wouldn't be here.
Indeed.
And that's why, like, you know, the kind of grind I have is it comes
for you and him.
It comes with extra hunger. You know, it comes with extra hunger, and and I'm living my life for two, more than two.
Yeah,
for
you, man.
Generations, because he's also a generational. He was a kingdom man of what would have been his own generation. Yeah, you know, he would have had his own lineage, same as me.
His own line.
He's no longer here, so I need to make sure that, like, you know,
they're represented.
I'm representing both of us at all times.
Yes, sir.
At all times.
Yeah, and these are things that a lot of times we tend to take for granted, and it's about sacrifice, family. It's about that understanding that we care, and I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, of course,
because that's what makes you who you are, man.
Of course, and like for anybody who's going out there, like, you know, going through loss, or going through heartbreak or anything like that, I just want to say it does get better. It definitely don't bottle things up. Find somebody you really trust. Talk to somebody. You could even talk to somebody who's going through the same, like somebody, if you're a family member, you know, because talking to my siblings helped me a lot, you know, because I was able to vent to them, they were able to vent to me. So, like, talk to somebody, you know, you're not alone. A lot of people are going through exactly what you're going through. Indeed. People die every day. Yeah. So imagine you just happen to be the person who lost somebody in your family, but there are millions of people who's going through exactly the same thing. So there's like a million people who you could talk to. Indeed. Who could, like, you know, like, tell you what's working for them, what isn't working for them, you know, just advise you. So it definitely does get better. Right. When they say time is the best healer of, like, you know, it's definitely true, because as time goes, you know, it does get easier. Yeah. If and only if you put the work to it. Indeed. If you don't put the work to it, you're going to be stuck. Yeah. Time is going to pass you by, but you're going to be stuck in that pain, the rat race. That pain. Yeah. You need to let time do its healing. Indeed. By just, you know, and you have to welcome the healing also. You have to go through the process. You have to welcome the pain. Yeah. You can't run away from the pain. You have to welcome the pain and, like, you know, and understand that, like, yo, you are really going through this. Right. This really did happen, because for me, it was a shock for me. Like, I did not welcome that pain for a very long time. I didn't want to, because, like, Sedo was somebody I did everything with. Like, in a sense, like, you know, after, like, you know, now that I'm becoming a more mature man, I started to understand things about myself that I didn't before. You know, like, a lot of things that I do now is because I saw Sedo do it. Yeah. And there was a little, like, you know, brother to brother competition, because he does it. I want to. You want to do the same thing. You want to do better than him. Yeah. So which made me, like, you know, tap into, like, the soccer, the running, the dancing. For a very long time, I thought those were just things that I was interested in. As me, not saying I'm not, because I was definitely interested in them and I have the talents for them, you understand? But since I don't do it, you understand, and having that just like that, like, healthy brotherly competition, made me have a different love for it. You know, it made me have a different zeal. Like, hey, like, I know you do it, you know, because I'm your younger brother, I want to be better than you, and I want to show you I'm better. So it's like, so like, I owe everything. I owe everything to Sedo, man. Like, so that's like, you know. There you go. Yeah. Makes Sedo rest in power, man. Indeed. And I'm gonna tell you, that's a beautiful story, brother, and a beautiful rendition. Yeah. Beautiful rendition. I'm telling you, man, it's definitely beautiful, and it's really beautiful also to see you at a place with you today. Understand that, you know what? Yes, that happened, and okay, now it's additional responsibility on your shoulders, but it's okay. I'm willing to take this responsibility and carry it. I'm willing to take it and carry it. It's not too heavy. Indeed. What was heavy was him jumping in that pool. Right. That's, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, whew. Yeah. If it was the other way around, I said I wouldn't because it's instinct, right?
Right. Yeah.
But like,
It just happens.
He carried the biggest. He carried the biggest chip.
Yeah,
he
just
lost
happens.
his life doing
Right.
it. So like, whatever I'm doing right now is nothing compared to what he's done. So like, oof,
it just happens. It just happens, and these are things that basically, listen. Like I said, we don't choose. We get chosen.
We get chosen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you definitely one of the chosen ones, man.
Yeah.
For this generation, goodness gracious. Papi Ojo, listen, streets talk about you. First of all, I'm going to tell you, a lot of people initially didn't even believe that the guy was really an African guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Initially, they were like, no, you know, no. People, it's really an African guy, and he's here.
You can tell by my nose. See this nose? This is an African man's nose.
And he fully represented it. I'm not saying that to be selfish or showboating. I'm just saying that it is possible. So for those of you who actually have that dream, you just got to believe in that dream. You got to stay in that dream. Mm-hmm. At what point in your life did you really realize that, you know what, that's really my dream and that's what I'm going for?
So if I'm being very totally honest with you, you know, like this might just come to as a shock to you because, you know, you don't really know me much. Yeah. Dance was a hobby for me.
Yeah.
Like it was a hobby, Sedo did it. You know, I love dancing. We used to dance at parties together, all that stuff. So it was a hobby that just ended up God just ended up just saying yes to it.
So but at some point though, you gotta be like, okay, I'm making this back.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, honestly, after our first ever gig, working with Banky W. So shout outs to Banky W.
Yeah.
Man. Banky W was the first artist that like took us
that
on
actually
a
got
tour.
you. Yeah.
That actually like, you know, believed in us and like had us dancing with him here in the States at the time, back in like 2018.
Yeah.
No, not 2018, like 2016, 2015, when we first started dancing.
Yeah.
We had no credentials. We hadn't really done much. We were just like, you know, like three boys, me, Ghana Boy, and Sedo, just dancing on birthday parties, college shows, and things like that. And Coast introduced us. So shout out to Coast as well. You know, these are people that like, you know, like are like, you know,
helped you pave there.
They helped. They really like, you know, kicked us into that, into like, you know, by force by fire kind of thing. Like, you know,
high gear mode.
Yeah, exactly. So Coast, Banky was coming into town. He needed dancers. Coast knew about us because we had done dance for the cultural night because there was something called cultural night in New York for the parade. You know, like whenever it's like around the like Nigerian Independence time, they have different events and like we perform at the cultural night. You understand? And coaches knew about us.
Just as a group of now, were you guys already an official group?
Well, at that point we're already an official group. Like, you know, we call ourselves the Avia Boys.
There you go.
Like, we've done a few competitions at that point in Jersey. Like you know, nothing major. We just started. Honestly, like Banky W caught us when we were just fresh off the board, like brand new started. You understand? Like it's very hard for an artist like Banky W to just trust his artistry and set to any dancer, like you know, because he's been doing it for a very long time.
He's been doing it for a while. I think it's like he started around the early 2000s.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
and he came in on top already. This dude was showcasing like classic cars in his music videos and all that. So he was like very
There's levels in which he wants his set to look.
His artistry,
and I'm pretty sure he would have wanted, or he would have preferred experienced dancers, people who have been on stage, you know, traveling, all that stuff to like, you know, be with him, but he trusted us.
There you go.
And we did well.
Yeah.
So that's how the journey started for us.
From there, you guys were like, this is really it.
This is really it. But for me, I mean, like for Ghana Boy and Sedo, like, you know, like, I mean, for all of us, it was really it. But I knew deep down I wanted to do music. I grew up around music my whole life. My uncle does music. My mom's younger brother does music.
Yeah, what's his name? You gotta give us names here. This is that show.
Uncle Tayo does music, right? And my older sister Christiana, like, you know, she was in the choir. Made me join the choir as well. So she does music. Beautiful praise and worship leader. You know, like, you know, used to just render us into the presence of God. So like, just being around that. My mom loves music, man. Like, you know, every day my mom sings. She sings and she remixes songs in her own way. Very beautiful thing to grow up around. So like I was always around that. So like I knew that I wanted to do music.
There you go.
You know, but I just never had the confidence. Never had the confidence. So like, and this was picking up. This was doing this thing. So like, why not? Why not just focus my energy on dancing?
Right.
You know, and then like short-lived, you understand? We started 2015 together, settled past in 2016.
Wow.
So, you know, we only had that year.
Yeah.
That like, you know, 8 months to a year to really like live that dream together.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then when settled past, you know, like it was tough to dance, you know,
Right.
it was tough to dance.
Yeah.
And that's when like, you know, that's when I started to realize a lot of things about myself. And I started to like just because after you go through depression and go through that, like, you know, it's either you get back up or you stay down.
Indeed.
And if you're gonna get back up, you have to get back up. You have to really be ready to get back up. And that's not just like, hey, like if I'm gonna get back up, I have to pursue what I really want to do in this life, which
Indeed.
is making my music.
Yeah.
You know, express, like, you know, like telling my story through my music, and
Right.
and hopefully one day act. You know, be an actor. You know,
Right.
like, just do both of them simultaneously. And obviously I can't neglect dancing, because dancing is dancing is dancing. You know, I have a special love for dancing because of like, you know, the bond I share
Right.
with dancing. You know, so 2018. Me and Caleb started to dance again, you know, because after we lost Edo, like, you know, it's going to be hard for us. So we weren't really dancing much. But 2018, God said yes to our story. You know, we booked our first ever show, Grammys. We got the chance to help choreograph, you know, the Afro segment of the 2018 Rihanna Grammy performance.
Yeah, no, check. No, hold on, though. See, you just tossing it out like it is, like it just happened. See, and this is what I'm saying when I say, dude, this is big. Really, this is big, and we need to celebrate that.
Yeah.
Because you looking at doing that at the Grammys, and let me tell you why this is big and why this is important, right? Shout out to Rihanna also for really paving that way, but this is why this is big and it is important. It is big and important because, one, there's the power of representation, and then two, that in itself also, I'm sure that it played a reason on why the Grammys today actually had to add a new category to accommodate African dance music.
Yeah,
right?
probably because that was the first time I think Afro was on the Grammys. I'm not, you know, don't quote me on that, but like if I'm being honest, like she was doing
for a new generation.
Yeah, it went crazy, it went viral.
Right.
You know, like everybody was talking about it. Rihanna doing the Guara Guara. Because at that time, you know, Guara Guara was just coming up. It was like, you know, one of the main dance at the time.
Right.
And when Rihanna hit the Guara Guara with me on her right side, Killer on her left side, it went crazy.
Right.
It went, New York was booming. Let me tell you, like after that happened, the dance community in New York was booming.
Right.
All the dance classes.
That's it.
All the...
Yeah,
because Afro was here.
Indeed,
Afro was here to stay, and ever since then, Afro has not gone.
From that point, it's just
So like
you the it.
Yeah. So like
Afro beat.
Yeah, it just started to go. You know, because they're like, yo, like who are those people? Like, you know, I mean, at that point too, like, you know, there were class dances in New York that was going crazy already. But like after that happened, 2018, 2019, a lot of Afrobeat dance teachers, you know, dance teachers will tell you 2019.
Right.
2019, that year in New York,
right,
we could have at least in a day, we could have at least 6 instructors teaching different times.
Wow.
And every single class will be packed out.
Wow. So
every single class.
So that's basically when the peak starts to.
2019 was a really good year for Afro, man.
Yeah.
I mean, still a really good year.
It's still good. Yeah.
Then, but
yeah.
Like,
it's still really up. It's still going up.
But like, we were making moves.
Yeah.
2019. That's not like, you know. Everything was Afro was really in, man.
Right.
Janet Jackson came in.
Yeah.
That's when I did Janet Jackson, because after I did Rihanna.
Yeah.
That's when we worked with Janet Jackson. She was next. You understand? And then like Tiana Taylor came into play, and then like we did Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Chris Brown with Davido Blow My Mind. Shout out to Hoolie Boy. Hoolie Boy definitely
there you go.
He was
right.
He was the main guy who was chosen to, like, you know, lead the creative direction with the dancers. So like, you know, he definitely booked AVO Boys, you know, because, you know, we're close.
Indeed.
So yeah, man, that's when 2019 was when, like, you know, a lot of my resume was really like was going crazy. That's not first got, you know, linked with Beyonce.
Right.
Yeah.
So
2019 was.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, because you know how folks like gossip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta go a little bit raunchy here.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting at home and someone is gonna call you. Hey, listen, you're gonna be on Rihanna's video.
Yeah.
There's a reaction.
Of course, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
The Grammys still didn't come easy to us either. I mean, like God did his thing, but we had to work and you know, we had to prepare.
And what was their reaction like once that call came?
So
or when the news came?
So true story, right? And this is why and if you're listening, if you're tuning in, this is why like you always have to, no matter how small somebody is or how big anybody is, you always have to represent yourself.
Treat them.
Do not ever downplay anybody. Don't ever downplay any situations.
Indeed.
Never downplay the rooms you're in.
Indeed.
Never downplay anything.
Indeed.
Because when we first started dancing as AVO boys, right? A beautiful woman named Tanisha Scott, right?
Right.
And if you Google Tanisha Scott, she's huge.
Right.
One of the things that she's known for was she was the main girl in Sean Paul's video, on Sean Paul's most iconic video ever. I forget the name right now, but she was the main girl in it. Right?
Was it? It wasn't me.
No.
But another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She reached out to us to do a private dance class, Afro dance class, private, right?
Yeah.
We did it.
Right.
I'm young. I'm like what, 16 then?
Right.
Understand? Like I mean, like it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like I had fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to have somebody book us. That was our first ever like private dance class that somebody booked us. Come teach us Afro. You understand? Like so, it's like I'm like okay, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Right. And that happened in like 2015, 2016. 2018, 2 years, and then we only had one encounter with her. One encounter. That private dance class was the only encounter we had with her, and that was it. You know, we followed each other. That was it. In 2018, she reaches out to Ghana Boy that hey, can you come up with a little choreo for Wild Thoughts? You know, because we might be thinking about adding it to a big project.
Right. But check this out though. She's not coming and saying, "Hey, I need you to come in and dance to this." No. Can you come up with some choreo?
Some choreo. Yep.
For this, that's trust already on your ability and your skill and your professionalism.
Exactly.
Because they're entrusting you with big responsibility
That's a huge
here.
responsibility.
Right?
Right.
Go on.
She says, can you come up with a choreo? Like, gather up your dancers, 4 to 5 guys, you know, do the choreo and send us the video. We would like to present this to Rihanna to see if she will be inclined to adding this to her. Because I guess she was interested. Yeah. You know, because those opportunities don't come.
Indeed.
If the artist itself isn't like inclined to do it. So I guess like maybe her camp was inclined to like, you know, add an Afro to the thing. So like we did that. We sent the video in, and then we got called into the audition. Yeah. So we had to audition again. So like even after we sent the video, I guess she liked it. Right. Now we have to go in and do the audition. Right.
And was she there?
No, she wasn't there.
She wasn't there. Yeah, right. Her peoples were there.
Yeah, her peoples were there. There was a laptop there as well, like, you know, for people to see. And the thing about it is, right, Rihanna did not know, and Rihanna did not know that me and Caleb, and this is a story I heard though, like I don't know how true it is, but she did not know that me and Caleb were dance partners, right? Gotcha. But you know, when she watched the video, that was the two she selected, because she still had to select who she want, right? Wow. And she selected me and Caleb without knowing that you guys actually the group. Or a group, yeah. Wow. Right, and then that's how we got. Yeah. The preparation, meeting opportunity. And God. Yeah. God just said yes to our story, man. Indeed. Like in everything. Indeed. If God does not say yes to your story, you're running in vain. You know, unless it's devil saying yes to your story, but that's always short. Still gonna be in vain because eventually it's gonna. But when God says yes to your story, God says yes to that story, and that's how we got the Grammys. And that's how we got the Grammys, and we helped choreograph, and that's how it went crazy. Yeah. Ever since then, God has been saying yes to my story. Now check this out, PAPI OJO, Grammys credit, choreography. Yep. It's not every day, man. It's not every day. It's not anyone. It's not anyone. You're chosen. Chosen. Our representative. Chosen. Yeah, and thank you for choosing the Diaspora Central to come spend some time here with us, man. Let's take another break and take a look at a few more performances of PAPI OJO right here on Diaspora Central. Yeah, we definitely inside. Inside we. Yeah, we'll be right out. That's you, that's you, that's you, that's you, that's you, belly bounce you, please, that's you, that's you, that's you, that's you, belly
belly bounce, yo.
Big up the building.
Bounce, yo.
And we are back. If you just joined us, you're now tuned into the Diaspora Central Spotlight, man. We having a ball here in the studio today with PAPI OJO.
Yes, yes.
Grammy choreographer, model,
Artist.
You entertainment, brother.
Yes. I think that's my calling.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
way high.
Yeah.
I've been.
That swag was always there.
I think that's why God gave me the energy.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like
You were always like on a different wavelength.
Mm-hmm. This kind of field is not for somebody who does not have the energy to be able to withstand the ups and downs of it.
And you know what I like about you? Your energy automatically elevates other people, man. It's like you got this thing about you, just like your energy automatically elevates other people. It's just kind of like you come in and like, yeah, we're riding this. We're riding this. I got you.
We have to be on the same wavelength now. If we always have to be on the same page.
Confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Confidence.
That comes with the fact that you know that you are also ready and prepared to handle whatever you can take in that core.
Self-awareness.
Yeah.
You know, as a human being, you have to know your strength and know your weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let nobody point out your people point out your weaknesses, of course.
Always.
But you yourself have to know what your weaknesses are.
Indeed.
So when you get into certain situations, get into certain rooms, you know how to maneuver. You know how to you know how to quickly do what you need to do to get the results you need to get. Yeah. So
can't be shook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't learn that. That's just God given.
Yeah.
I mean, you get better at it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With time.
And trust you and me, also the struggles that you have gone through as a kid in New York City will toughen that up.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, we all know that industry is no joke, especially in that city.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And I think that's what has really been helping me with my artist as an artist, because when I did a transition from being a dancer to an artist, I'm still going through it right now. You understand? Like, because I did get a lot of notoriety from being a dancer. So it's not anybody's fault that they see me as just being a dancer. Right. But
people try to limit you, though.
It is people's fault for wanting to keep me in a box. Yeah. Especially people who are supposed to be my helpers in a sense, who know that they see the greatness in me. Right. But because of their own selfish reasoning, they want to keep me in that box. So it is their fault in that part. But it's not anybody else's fault that they want to see me dance.
Indeed. Can I give you some wisdom there?
Yeah.
It's not really like they want to keep you in the box. You know what happens sometimes? People will just project their own fears.
True.
Onto others. True. Because you have to remember, to them, they looking at it like, dude, you looking good right now. You right where you need to be. You in the middle of all this. I mean, why do you want to mess this up and go do something else without realizing that you too have a calling much higher than what they telling you for you to reach?
It's deeper than just like, hey, you're a great dancer.
Yeah.
You know, you've already had all these accolades. You know, you've keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna make this. It's not about the money.
Right.
I knew for a fact, and I think this is people need to understand this, right? I knew for a fact that if I just kept dancing, right, I probably wouldn't be where I am right now. I probably be in a high and better financial situation, whatever the case may be. You just never know, right?
Right.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
I could have broken my leg, busted my kneecap the next day, and then my dance career is over. Then what?
Right.
And then what? I'm gonna be a handicapped man trying to make music? Right. No. Yeah. You understand? You never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So why not chase your dream now and forget what people say?
There you
Trust
go.
me, till today I still have friends, closest friends, people who wanna be part of my team that tell me hey Steven, direct your energy to just dancing. You know, hey, I know you do music and it's nice. You understand? And they do project it's nice. And the thing about it is and it's so time because they want me to do dance so much, they don't value,
appreciate
the up and coming. They don't even rate the music.
Yeah, but here's what you need to remember though. See, a lot of times we get ourselves in those positions in which the situation becomes almost like, okay, here's what we believe that you're great in. So here's what we like. Yeah. Here's what we want.
Basically. That's basically what I've been going through since 2019. Right. When I dropped my first ever single. Right. When I dropped my first ever single, I really was It was good. Everybody was like, "Oh, okay." Like he
Yeah.
has a little, but everybody's gonna do that. The first time they're like, "Oh," everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, very, very
Right.
simple." Like, "Oh my God, yeah." But they're not taking you serious for real.
Yeah.
Because when you do it the second time and the third time, they're like, "Okay, like, dude, like,
And-
go back to just dancing."
And that's where you gotta listen to that
You have to
innermost
listen to
voice.
yourself.
Exactly.
Listen
you got
to your
because
soul. Listen
it's
to your soul's calling.
yeah.
Because like, a lot of people don't know this. After I did Black is King,
Yeah.
and I did the whole thing because the project dropped during the pandemic.
Right.
I went into a deep depression.
Woo.
Nobody knows that. You understand? Because
Yeah.
like, for a very long time, I've also seen other people get their blessings and be able to go around the world, tour.
Yeah.
Like I had shows booked up for me as a dancer and an artist. You
Right.
know, after Black is King, because that's what working with Beyonce would do for
Right.
you. Open a lot of
Yeah.
doors, right? Normally.
Indeed.
But then we had Rona, COVID-19.
Yeah.
Where I was locked down.
Right.
I could not.
And you right in one of the cities that got the
That got
worst.
everything.
Yeah.
That has the worst, has the best,
Yeah.
best of this. And I feel like so it's like I've watched everybody else go on Pix 11 News, CNN News, BBC. Go actually have that experience. You know, but when it was my turn,
Boom.
I'm locked home.
Right.
I'm losing
Clout.
losing
Yeah.
clout. I'm losing money. I'm losing
Yeah.
this because COVID-19 is happening. Everything is on lockdown.
Right.
All my shows is getting canceled.
Yeah.
Things. So it's like I've been working so hard for all of
this
this
moment.
stuff, for this moment. You
Yeah.
know, for everything to just be locked out because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right. And then you want me to have the same passion I have for dance. I'm not gonna have that.
Right.
Because day by day I'm getting emails about something being canceled. I
Yeah.
can't go here.
Yeah.
I have to. Glory be to God. I'm still very grateful. Like
Lesson.
I'm still very grateful for everything that's come
Yeah.
my way. But you have to understand.
Yeah.
I'm doing interviews from Zoom.
Indeed. Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
Like nobody's telling me anything. Like it's different. I'm doing interviews from Zoom where sometimes the Wi-Fi is not stable.
Right.
You could have the most stable Wi-Fi in the world.
Yeah.
It's still on Zoom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you understand? Like I'm on Zoom talking to people who I should be having real life connections
Right.
with. For them to get you see how you feeling my energy right now?
Indeed.
It's different because if
Indeed.
they feel my energy, they know who I am.
Right.
They're gonna want to bring me back
Yeah.
if they could, if they have the chance to.
Indeed.
But if it's on Zoom,
Yep.
all you can do is
It's
smile
a-
and
it's-
make the best of it. No,
It was a different experience. You're right.
I was
Yeah.
I was depressed. So when a lot of people come to me and it's not their fault. You
Yeah.
understand? But people need to move. People move with more grace.
Indeed. Yeah.
Just don't open your mouth to talk to people any kind of way about their craft.
Right.
When people are changing craft, the people are going through things that like isn't.
Yeah. Allow them their space.
Allow them the space or ask why.
Yeah.
Don't just
Yeah.
try to impose your own will. You feel me? And keep like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but here's what you gotta remember though, and I want you to take this with you, man. If there's anything that you're probably gonna take from me, it's the following, brother. Remember, God knows visionaries,
Yeah.
and He chooses them and gives them the vision. It's only up to you to listen to the vision that God is giving you.
Right.
Right? There are people in that city, in New York City, that have been trying their entire life. They probably way older than you. Some may be your age. Some may be younger than you, who probably came in much better positioning, better conditions, better investment, and all that to reach the position that you reached. But God had chosen you
Right.
to be the person for that position.
And I
And
never
right
forget
now,
that.
God is choosing you for whatever you're hearing. And that's what you need to tap into, believe into it, and don't put time to it.
Oh.
Do what you know that it is what you've been chosen to do.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it and you're having fun
I'm having a whole lot of fun.
and you're having a ball and you feel accomplished,
I love the ride.
that's what it is that you're
'Cause
supposed to be doing, brother.
It's not for the weak.
Yeah.
The amount of things I go through on a day-to-day basis and just dancing, becoming an artist,
Yeah.
I go through it, man. I've lost a lot of relationships, but it's not for the weak. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be chosen to walk this path because,
Indeed.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
People would.
It takes work.
It takes work.
Takes
it takes
work.
work. And
Takes belief.
I'm just really glad the way my parents raised me and the way God has scientifically, biologically engineered me.
There you go.
You know,
Right.
to just keep going. I'm very appreciative of the little things. So
Yeah. Gratitude.
Gratitude with my music. The fact that I see growth
Yeah.
is enough for me.
There you go.
If I didn't see growth, I'll be like, okay, Steven, let's reevaluate.
Yeah.
You understand? Let's see maybe.
Babe.
But I see day-to-day growth that other people don't see. Even people that are talking down on my music, talking down on me, you don't see the growth I do.
And
Feel me?
And not only that, remember that creative expression has no timeline.
There's no timeline.
When it comes out, it comes out. Just put out the best expression that you can.
Look at Ashake.
Yeah.
Look at Ashake.
Eventually, somebody will appreciate it.
Of course. Look at Ashake as a prime example. He used to be a dancer. Dancer
Right.
turned backup singer, turned major
Right.
artist now.
Right.
Like, when I see a story like his,
Yeah.
it could bring tears to my
Oh, yeah.
eyes.
Jennifer Lopez.
You feel me? Because it's
Yeah.
like,
Plenty of examples out there.
people will downgrade you.
Oh, yeah.
Because of their own personal fears.
Indeed.
And honestly, too, you know what it is? I just think people are threatened in my city. I can't lie. This is me like.
Well,
this
it's
is
a-
me
it's-
just
yeah,
talking
it's-
my
it-
talking my talk line. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we have to be humble. But like, this is-
Niger 101.
you feel me? I just feel like some people are
That's
just
Legos.
threatened.
That's Legos coming out of you
Yes,
now.
that's to come out now. Normally, you understand? Like, you have to be very humble, but sometimes
Yeah.
you have to really let people know, like, you're like, no matter how humble I am, right?
Yeah.
I still sight it. I still see it.
Yeah.
And I think what it is, I just think people are threatened, and like, you know, and I think what I'm going through is just a case of what I call see finish plus.
Right.
Is it only him? You get?
Indeed.
Is it because
And-
a lot of people in New York, they've basically seen me grow since I was 15. And
Indeed. Right.
Feel me? So they don't really, sometimes they don't really take my work as, they don't
Yeah.
really see it the way they need to see it, right? And I'm in that music space now,
Yeah.
and I'm doing my thing. Like, I'm really doing my thing. Like, I came into that space
Right.
and I started doing my thing.
There you go.
With music videos.
There you go.
With everything.
Going in.
Going in hard.
Yeah.
And to them, it's like, whoa, hold on.
Right.
Come on. You can't just come out of nowhere and be dancing and be taking over and then come outside taking over this
Yeah.
music thing too.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is I'm going through. But when you're chosen, no matter the impediments
Indeed.
and the obstacles, you
It's
rise
you.
above it all.
It's you.
And that's why I'm here,
Yeah.
right?
It's you.
Ah.
It's you. God chose you. You didn't choose it.
I didn't choose
He
it.
chose
though.
you.
It chose me. Oh.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't choose. Listen, I didn't choose. He chose me. So I beg go. It's not me. It's God. So you're gonna be mad at anybody.
Right.
Don't be mad at me. I'm just a vessel.
That's it.
I'm just a vessel.
That's it. And
I
you're
didn't- you feel me? I'm just a vessel. Like, you know, like you know.
good energy.
I'm discovering things about myself. Same way you're
Right.
discovering things about yourself.
Indeed.
I'm just tapping, like putting a lot of energy into
Yeah.
what I'm discovering about myself.
And a lot of work.
A lot of work. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of work.
Indeed. Now, talking about music. So that transition happens right around the pandemic time and you come out. As you see yourself right now, there are always aspirations also, right? And isn't like you just coming from a place where, dude, you already at one peak.
Yeah.
Now you
I'm
coming
big-
up at another
exactly,
peak.
exactly.
Right? So in your aspirations, who are some of the artists that you kind of definitely want to engage in?
Oh my
into your-
God, I'm a huge fan of Kiss Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Burna Boy as well. Right now, the younger guys like Rema,
Yeah.
Ruga.
Yeah.
Is somebody like more like that guy is different.
There you go.
Ruga, like, you know, like we have Davido. I worked with Davido for a couple of nights.
Yeah.
I love Davido, bro.
Yeah.
More like, you
Yeah.
understand, 30 BG all the way.
There you
understand?
go.
Like, but the thing about it is, like, I've never been a fanatic.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
love and respect
Their
each
art.
and every artist in their respective
Yeah.
like strength.
There you go.
You understand?
Artistically.
Right, exactly. I don't do that whole like Whiskey versus Burner versus David. Like, no,
No,
man. Like,
no.
you understand? I consume all their music the same
Right,
way, and
right.
I appreciate the emotions that their music invoke in me. I
Indeed.
appreciate it. I don't do that whole like. For me, so it's like,
Yeah.
but Kiss Daniel, Kiss Daniel's just different.
Yeah. But you know why though, right?
Why? Oh,
Because your background is really choreography. You understand music differently,
yeah.
right? And you interpret it differently,
Right.
And that really, and that's something also to be appreciated, man. So we definitely hope that those aspirations also come to pass.
It's gonna
because-
come. It's
yeah,
gonna come. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna come.
they
like,
coming.
I see. I relate to Burner in a way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Burner is a classic case of preparation meets opportunity.
Opportunity, yeah. Luck. That's what luck is. That's what people call luck. It's preparation meeting opportunity.
Because if you know Burna Boy's story, Burna Boy hasn't had like the best, like that hasn't been the most smooth sailing story.
Yeah.
So when you see that man on stage perform
today, it's like
it's not a oh, like he's practicing this.
Right.
This is
he was ready, right? It's almost like
you know what palm wine is.
Yeah.
Palm wine is fermented.
Yeah.
Like, you put it on that ground, it ferments very well. So when you drink it, when it comes out, it's like it's rich.
Right. In Angola, you know what they call palm wine?
What?
Maruvu.
Yeah.
Maruvu.
So that's how I look at Burna. I feel like I look at Burna as like palm wine, like like this somebody who people try to keep under for a very long time. I mean, obviously, like everybody have their own personality traits and stuff. There are things that like he could have possibly done so. Like uses him to do that, but regardless of the fact, they still like they try to keep that man under.
There you go.
You feel me?
Yeah, I mean,
and what that did was made that man a fermented instrument.
There you go.
So now that he's on this stage and stuff, people are like, oh my god, no man, that guy man
is on.
Who's taking it from him right now?
No, you can't.
You can't because that's a man that has been preparing and waiting.
Indeed.
And waiting.
Indeed.
And waiting.
Indeed.
And when God said yes to him, do you not
done? Done.
And I think that's what I would consider what I'm going through right now. Because when God says yes to me in my music journey, I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah.
But the word has to be ready too because I have so much to offer.
Trust you and me. God will never say go if He has not prepared the world for you to go.
Right.
Because when God says go, it's because He knows that the world is now ready for you to go. It won't be easy, but He'll be ready for you to go. You still got to put in your work and trust you and me. When it comes to putting in work, man, you represent the diaspora when it comes to putting in work. Yeah, you definitely, I mean, it's not everyone that can devote themselves to something to be on top at all times. And we definitely appreciate that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take another quick break and then we want to come back and talk a little bit about your music, your album, your singles, right? Your videos, because we kind of want to understand what's going on, what's up and coming, how people can get in touch with you, some of the shout outs to the producers and the people that you're currently working with. And, this is Diaspora Central, home for you. So whatever then you want to do, you'll be able to do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's take this quick break and take a look at some of Papi Ojo's music, and we'll be right back.
365 days, we done the talk, we done the dates, we're making love and memories. Oh no, when we undercovers, you gonna lie to my face. You told me say I be a beast. Oh no, not your secrets, no, not your secrets. Do you love me, girl? Do you love me? Oh no, oh no. I'm not your secrets, no, not your secrets. Who you post me, who you post me? Oh no, yeah.
Indeed, we are back with our guest today, Papi Ojo.
Yeah, man. Papi Ojo,
New York City.
Stand up.
Yeah. Papi Ojo is in the building. Man, Houston, of course, is a place where you came to chill for a little bit.
A little bit for a week.
Briefly.
Yeah. This son.
But heat.
Heat. Of course, plenty. It's plenty. Now I know for next time. It's good that I came in this time.
Yeah.
Next time I come back, I'm gonna be much more
You're
prepared.
ready.
I'm gonna be much more prepared.
You'll be ready.
I brought the wrong clothing. I brought long sleeves.
Yeah.
You feel me? I didn't do my research.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
I rock long sleeves in here all the time, man.
Yeah, no.
Because otherwise that stuff will be hitting your skin. It's like, it's just, I try to stay protected as much as possible.
Yeah, but it's hot. It's hot out here, man. It's hot.
But you got great things happening, man. And I'm going to tell you, brother, to see one of our own reach the levels that you are reaching empowers not only just us as individuals, but the community as a whole. And when I say the community, I don't mean just Africans. No, I mean it really empowers the diaspora community to understand that we actually reaching that point in which we definitely united. We closing in that gap that for so long has been wide open.
Right.
Right. As you have taken a few of these gigs going in, did you ever like really understand that responsibility that, oh man, I'm the guy right now who's kind of representing Africa here? I
did not. It just started to hit me recently. Recently it started to hit me. I guess it's because like I'm away from everything now. Like some time has passed, so you just have to reflect now.
Right.
I'm just like, damn, like I'm him in a sense. Like because those stages are not small stages. They're not small stages, and I'm just glad that God gave me the wisdom and knowledge and the strength to be able to carry that torch the way I did, and to be able to put Afro beats in the light, in the lighting that I did.
Right.
Because I think me and a few other people who are like doing their job in the Afrobeat world, I think we're all doing a great job.
Right. Indeed.
I think we're doing a great job, elevating the culture and yeah, man.
Yeah. And that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And a lot of times also, and I believe that especially for those of us who are either first generation or we came here very little, we kind of already grew up like in somewhat on that double identity, right? Because at home, you African, and outside of the house, you whatever. If you from New York, you New Yorker. Right. You from DC, you from DC. Whatever. So you American basically, and it becomes at times a bit challenging to be able to manage those. So as we coming up, we learn to master that. So when we find this opportunity to actually merge the two, almost becomes like the right place to be.
It does.
Yeah.
Because you get to understand both sides of the struggle and everything.
Indeed.
So it makes you a lot more insightful than most people because you've gone to see both worlds.
Right.
You understand? So in my case, that's why I move with so much grace now. Whenever I go back home or whenever I'm here, it's like I've seen both worlds. Yeah. Yeah, I've grew up in Nigeria and I've grown up here. Right. So it's like I'm more like I know the struggles that people go through back home. And I know the kind of struggles that people go through here that people back home will not be able to handle.
Indeed.
Or vice versa.
Indeed.
Because I've gone through both.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Now, one thing, after reaching that peak, the first time you returned back home, how was it?
It was great.
Yeah.
The first time I returned back home, I went back in 2021.
What was the reception like?
It was awesome. Yeah. It was awesome. I mean, well,
because you left as PAPI OJO the guy, and you came back as PAPI OJO the brand.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Shout out to my boy Dia the Image Maker. I don't know if you know him. His name is Dia the Image Maker.
But I want to meet him.
You have to meet him.
Yeah,
Great
you gotta bring him in so we can do an interview with him.
You have to hear his story too. That's
these are the brothers making the diaspora become what it is.
So shout out to Dia the Image Maker. And he linked me up with a couple of people back home. I forget their names. Yeah. But I will definitely make sure to like give you those names so you can shout them out as well because they are part of the people that helped me navigate through Nigeria easier. Yeah. I was able to perform at the Coca-Cola Fest in Nigeria. And I couldn't have done that myself.
There you go.
I have because I don't trust people easily, and because of just my experiences, I have a very bad habit of like just going places without like reaching out to people or community. Like, that's why I'm.
So you basically you go in and you explore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, which is okay.
It's not okay because if you're in the entertainment industry, you need to pre-plan things before you go, right? So when
in a way, but
at least have rapport.
Right, but if when you have time though, and I because preparation is what you're doing. Right. The fact that you came does not necessarily mean that everything that probably was that you wanted to happen would have happened. But you're preparing that ground so that you can have things happen whenever they happen. And so they're lessons.
Yeah, in a sense,
but I feel you though.
Debo and I forgot the other guy's name. I'm sorry guys, I suck with names. But Debo and his friend, they're the one that kind of like made me see that like why it's important to connect with people.
Yes, it is.
you know, before going to the hometown.
You're talking about Debo Florencio from Set Institute.
From Set Institute, yeah.
Right.
Debo,
Yes.
yep.
Yeah. Debo from Set Institute.
They made me see how important it is to connect with people before going into their hometown. So when you get there, you know what I'm saying, they could receive you with more love.
Indeed.
Rather than,
Yeah.
like, oh wow, you're here. How can we?
Right.
I have a very bad habit of like just like
Showing up.
just show
Pull up.
Yeah, because like I'm just independent that way. Right?
Hey.
For example, I'm here now, right, and I'm here alone, dolly.
Listen, when you're a star,
Mm-hmm.
you move like that. Right, you just pull up. What you doing? Oh, I'm pulling up in Houston. You know what I'm saying? No, and it is okay. Seriously, but what he mentioned to you though, it is important.
It's very
because
important.
In all honesty, before we didn't have this level of networks that would allow us also to facilitate certain positions and position us in places that matter. Right. Now we also starting to create those. But I totally do understand your thing. It's like sometimes just pulling up is a good thing because you get to see it for what it is.
For what it is,
yeah.
rather than like what it is, what they're trying to cook up for you to see. Right.
Because
that was basically what it is. Going back to Nigeria was basically a culture shock for me too, if I'm being honest. Like I've had both culture shocks. Coming to America and going back home. It was a culture shock because I came here when I was 11 and I went back home when I was 23. So
that's basically 12 years later.
Half and half.
Yeah.
You know, so when I went back home, everything was so different.
Woo.
People were different. People talked different. Like communication was different. Like trying to get things done was different.
Yeah.
I was there for a whole month. The whole December I was there.
Yeah.
But then again, that's why I can't really call my Nigeria experience because I went there at a festive time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really work time.
Yeah.
So I have to go back home when it's work time to really see how things are moving back home.
Indeed.
But it was good for me to go home and to see how things are.
Yeah.
Understand, just be able to like, you know, have a couple of tips in my arsenal. So when I go back home, the next time I will know how to maneuver around things better.
Indeed.
And I was able to make good connections with people who I know if I was to go back home would take good care of me. So like, you know, it wasn't a waste of a trip. It was a beautiful trip.
Indeed.
I loved it.
Yeah, there you go. And now I'm gonna give you one accolade because here at Diaspora Central we always give accolades. As I was preparing for this show, I have that habit. I'll go in, I do my research because I kind of want to see how organic people are, right? And by organic, here's what I mean. You know, you sometimes even check social media and all those things to see because you can find someone with 1 million followers and only 3 followers will engage on their posts like every time they post. And all of a sudden you find this guy with 10,000 followers and 1,000 engaged. That's a lot more organic than the million, right? So you are a very organic guy.
I'm trying my best to be.
And you know what that means? That means that core of individuals that know you, they really rock with you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
They real.
Papi gang, man, we up. I love my Papi gang. I call my supporters and like, you know, and my people Papi gang because like that's what we are. Yeah. They say you have to have a
name for it. Yeah.
A niche for the people that really believe in you and believe in what you're trying to do.
Indeed.
And day by day, the gang is growing. The community is growing. Papi gang, man, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Yeah. No, definitely, man. Organically represent for you. Now let's talk a little bit about that music. The first single that you put out. Yeah. What exactly triggered that?
I'm a lover boy. I'm a lover boy, honestly. So I love love. I grew up around love.
There you go.
Know, so I'm a lover boy at heart. Yeah. So Awelewa was definitely
lover boy, not a playboy.
Not a playboy. I've never been a playboy.
Yeah.
Nobody nobody could call me a playboy.
Okay, because you know here also, like I told you, gossiping here sometimes just happens. So is there a lady that currently is managing the situation or
let's just put question marks on
question marks.
Question marks. Like
question
marks. 4 question marks on that question. But
lover boy.
But shout outs to Baby So though. You feel me? Like no matter.
Right.
You understand? Like she definitely helped me grow up as a man.
There you go.
You know, like, you know, having her around definitely helped me grow up and just be a mature guy as a man. Understand not to take care of a lady. You understand? But let's just put a question mark on that question.
There you go.
But I'm a lover by heart. My very first single is called Awelewa. And was about love now.
Yeah.
You understand? Like,
That's
you
it.
understand? Yeah,
You
it's
in that
about-
space.
Yeah, I was in that space,
Yeah.
and yeah, and it's just Abuela is most beautiful in Yoruba language. So
Right.
you know, I was basically at that time I wasn't dealing with anybody. You feel me? I'm not dealing with anybody right now currently, but like at that time I wasn't dealing with anybody. But I basically what I know I would feel
Yeah.
if I was to get in a relationship was what I sang about.
There you go.
Like, feel me? Like it wasn't no fake emotions. It's emotions that I know that I would feel.
Right.
Because those are emotions that like I constantly feel whenever like I'm talking to a girl new or whatever. Like, those are emotions that I just feel like, you know, I've never gotten a chance to really fully like, you know, express it, but I've fully felt it.
There you go.
So you know, I had all right
Yeah.
to sing about that. So
There you go.
Abuela, and then like my next single was Carry Go.
Now let's talk about the production a little bit though. The first single, who produced?
I found the beat on YouTube. My first ever single.
Yeah.
I found the beat, and that's my first and last YouTube beat that I've ever used ever in my life.
And did you actually get to negotiate with the guy and everything, or it was just kind of like you just kind of like put it out and it's still kind of like out there, just kind of out there. Okay, it's all good.
I try to reach out to the person. I can't really get to him, but like YouTube is YouTube beats. But like, the thing about it too, right? And this is why I say, like, when I came into the music industry in New York, I came with full force. Before I started putting out my music, I did my research.
Right.
A lot of people don't do their research. They have the zeal and they just come into it. Right. I'm too calculated for that. Like,
there you go.
Like, maybe because I'm a Virgo.
Man, nah, you like to pull up, man.
Right.
You just pulled up in Houston like you going from Brooklyn to Queens or something like that, son.
No, but I definitely did my research about the music industry and how things go. So like I'm not blindsided by more experienced artists who wants to, like, you know, kind of like derail me or like kind of play me or like, you know, cheat me. So like I had to make sure like I had some kind of understanding about the music industry.
There you go.
So after I did Abuela, I never did any more YouTube beats. I actually started going to producers to really produce and understand, like, you know, royalties and things like that. You understand? So
So your second
prepared.
Yeah, so your second single
my second single is called Carry Go. Carry Go, the beat, I forgot the producer who made that beat because the beat itself was from my boy Efe.
Okay.
Efe, congratulations to Efe. He just recently got married, so congrats to you.
There you go.
Happy
Congratulations, man.
So Efe, Efe has a very beautiful voice. Very, very beautiful voice. You understand? That's one of my friends.
Yeah.
We got into the studio to work on a song, and then he sent me to be like, yo, like, what do you think about this beat? You understand? Like, he gave it to me.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, keep, like,
and
take
you're
this
working
beat.
it. Yeah.
And I worked on it, and then I started writing to it, came up with a nice song. Like, your F.A., I think you're the man I need to, like, help me sing the hook.
Right.
Because he has an angelic voice. So
indeed. Now, when it comes to your music, are you willing to collaborate with other writers and things of that sort?
Yeah. When I first started doing music, I wasn't really like the most collaborative guy. The only reason why, right, is because I myself didn't understand my own sound.
Yeah. At that point, you're trying to figure yourself out.
I was trying to figure myself out, and during that time, I felt like some artists kind of felt a little salty about it because they're like, oh, like this guy, you know, who does he think he is? Like, you know, like,
just because he's good in dance, now you
try. Beyonce, like, he put out our first single, like, you don't want to collab, and it was never that case. It's just like, for me, I felt like it was unfair for me to go into a studio space with somebody with more experience in a sense, and I don't know my sound, and I'm trying to like give you the best of me when I don't know what it is exactly. So it's like, and I don't want to be embarrassed in a sense too. You feel me? Like I'm still fear.
You're protecting
myself.
Yeah, you're protecting your
myself and my brand. You know, because like I'm not about to just come to a studio space and like, you know, and you're going off, you know, and I'm still trying to like figure out what's going on, like, you know, and I wasn't really confident in myself yet.
Right.
I wasn't. Like,
but you're there now.
I'm there now.
Yeah.
I could walk into any room and like, you know, do what I want to do.
There
that's
you go.
why like I'm very much open to collaborations now. Like I've been doing a lot more collabs, but like at the time people didn't understand that. They was like, oh, like this guy's feeling himself too much. He's too cocky. He's too like But it's no, man. I can't give you my best if I don't know my best.
There you go.
Because I sang Abuela and Carry Go and they both came out good. Don't mean that like, you know, I know exactly what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
Either, you know, like
you still
I'm
new.
I'm still
brand new.
I'm still very brand new, and like I'm looking at you 5 years into the game. Like you have so much more experience than me and all that stuff. I was intimidated.
Right.
I'm like, like I might have all these accolades from dancing, but that's not my music accolades. You know?
Right.
I'm intimidated by your stature and by your status and like what you've done.
Indeed.
You know, the stages you've been on. Like, I just can't come in there like, and then you start making something, you going off.
Right.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
And I'm empty. And now you're looking at me like, well, this guy is fake, man. Like,
right. Yeah, what's going on?
What's really going on?
Right.
So I was like, well, no, it's okay. I respect that. I love
feel
you, but
you.
no, not now.
Yeah.
But now I'm
ready
more
for
confident in myself.
Yeah.
I could walk into any room and write for people, write for myself. You understand? Like, I do that now. So it's like, now I'm not saying I'm 100% because there's also this room to
You're
grow,
growing. You're
right?
growing. You're growing.
But
you understanding your growth a lot better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know I could go into a room and I know that I could add substance to whatever creation we're doing.
There you go. It's all about adding value. So when it comes to that music, now you got those 2 singles, right? Any other?
Oh yeah, I have a project. My project's called Unexpected. I dropped it in 2020, 2021.
There was an EP, an album.
EP is an EP.
It's an EP.
It's a 5-song EP.
Okay.
It starts with Sade, then Angelina, then Wonders, Secret, and If God.
Okay.
If God.
Yeah.
I need you guys to go listen to If God, because If God is a very special song to my heart.
There you go.
Because it just talks about like, it goes, if God was a human being, I would have been dead.
Okay.
Right? And I think everybody could relate to that.
Yeah.
If human beings had the power to, if human beings were God himself, the way our emotions be going up and down,
right,
we would have probably like,
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, so thank God that he's not man.
Yeah.
So basically that's what that song is about. And like my latest single right now is called Purple, Feeling It.
Okay.
So I need you guys to go tap in.
There
One of
you
my
go.
best jams. I have music videos all for most of my songs on YouTube. So like and they're all doing well.
There you
so
go.
you guys tap into me, follow me and all that stuff.
There you
like,
go.
I have so much more in store.
Yeah, now where would they go to follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, Papi _Ojo, PAPI _OJO.
Yeah.
On all my social platforms,
Okay.
Papi _Ojo.
So on all of them, Papi _Ojo. Yeah, and that's OJO. Yeah.
Feel
And
me?
Papi is PAPI.
Yeah, big Papi. People ask me like, why are you Papi?
Yeah.
You know, in Spanish, I'm on. Forget.
Yeah.
I am body Papi.
Flatbush. Flatbush. Yeah,
man.
nah,
man.
but
So-
you know that your neighborhood is responsible for a lot in hip hop, and it's kind of interesting, right? Because I normally describe the journey of the drum the following way, right? This drum came from Africa, speaking that language they spoke back then, went through the Caribbean, changed its language a little bit, got to America, changed its language again, went back to Africa as hip hop,
Right.
and now it's come back
As Afrobeats.
as Afrobeats
But Afrobeats
with
always
another
been there.
language.
Afrobeat and Afrobeats. two different
Afrobeat,
things.
right. Afrobeat has been there. Afrobeats, it's a whole different
And that's come
genre.
back as a different language.
That's a different language, brother,
Yes.
because I'm going to tell you right now, Afrobeats right now has become so universal that in all honesty, you take genres of music like Twayo from Southern Africa, Afro House from Southern Africa, Kuduro from Southern Africa, you got the Afrobeat, the Azonto, what was that other one from Coupé de Calais?
Yes.
Soukous,
Soukous, yeah.
right? And Kwasa, or Kwasa, the genre of music. So you take and you have all of these in Afrobeats.
It's a mixture.
This is universally
It's-
become
it's-
the flag of African
It's
music.
Afrobeats, I call Afrobeats a buffet.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot
It's a
Kizomba.
buffet.
Yeah, I forgot Kizomba, right? Samba compa.
It's a buffet.
It's like it's got that cadence to it that it's like, I mean, you listen to this
You're
thing
like,
and,
oh my God.
right?
Oh my God. Like, which one can I take from?
How much can I eat? All you can eat.
All you can eat buffet.
Yeah.
You know? I grew up on that too. I think every African kid grew up on that.
Indeed.
Every African kid definitely had that experience
Indeed.
on Sunday. Your dad takes us to a buffet.
There you go,
The Chinese
man.
restaurant buffet.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why Afrobeats is right now.
Yes,
the buffet.
sir.
So many sounds, so many inspirations, so many collabs,
Right.
so many samplings.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even be mad at it because like
Not.
the origination started from one place. So like
I-
whenever I
indeed.
hear people talk about like, oh, because there's been this recent conversation about like, oh, why is Afrobeat sampling like hip hop and stuff like that. I'm just like, cut it out.
See, that's the journey of the drum. That's
because
the journey of the drum. It's that drum.
The foundation is the same.
That's it.
So it's a branch.
Yeah.
They're branch. Now it was a branch of each other. Now the branch have connected to me,
Right.
to form one thing that could then form different branches. So like,
Yeah.
it's not ripping off. It's not it's all the same.
Indeed.
R&B in a sense, like the foundation is the same.
Indeed.
It's the same. It's just as people move into different places, different countries, regions, you know.
Indeed.
Normally it should change.
Right.
Because it has to fit
Yeah.
the region you're in.
Indeed. And just kind of like, and to give accolades to hip-hop, because if you look, it's today the driving force of all genres of music in the world.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's become I shouldn't say it that way. I shouldn't say all genres of music in the world. I should say all pop,
Right.
right? All urban genres of music in the world are now basically driven by hip-hop
In a sense, yeah.
culture. Man.
Hip-hop culture is big, I forget. It's huge.
Right.
Like, it's so influential. Very, very influential.
Yeah.
The most influential.
Indeed.
There is no region, country, the smallest core of the earth that nobody knows about that don't know what hip-hop is.
Indeed.
Feel me? There are
Yeah.
places in the world that don't know what Afro beats,
Yeah.
what Afro beat is. Feel
Indeed.
me?
Yeah.
But there's no place in this world that don't know what hip-hop is.
Right.
Everybody knows hip-hop.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a hip-hop artist.
Indeed.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody knows, even a newborn baby. Once the moment they turn 3, they're gonna know who 50 Cent is,
Indeed.
or Biggie, or
Indeed.
Tupac.
Indeed.
Those
Yeah.
is forever.
And now Afrobeats has become the universal flag that is starting to represent the entire culture also as a whole.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And that's a blessing, man.
It's a blessing, man. It's
Brother.
a blessing. It's a blessing. And
Yeah.
shout outs to every single artist, big or small, pushing the culture forward. Because
Indeed.
trust and believe what's the word I'm looking for? Your work matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel me?
Your input.
Your input matters because
Yeah.
your input, no matter how small of an artist you are,
Right.
even if you're an artist with four that only have 4 fans,
Right.
right? You're showing that 4 people out of the billion and more people in the world,
Right.
what Afrobeat is.
Indeed.
That probably would never even look into it. So
Indeed.
you're definitely doing something. So no
Indeed.
matter how small you are, trust me, you're doing something.
Indeed.
You understand? So
Yeah, indeed, and that goes with what we were saying now. We were saying before that regardless of how big or how small the person may be that you're dealing with, always treat them as the
Always
biggest
treat
thing
them as
that
the
you have ever
biggest, yeah.
dealt with, because
Nah, for
you
real,
don't
guys.
know what doors, what paths they leading you to.
And a lot of people they've lost blessings that way by
Yeah.
underlooking somebody, like, you know,
Indeed.
they don't rate them because of their platform.
Indeed.
Social media is not the end of the world. Social media is
Yeah.
not everything. There are people who are very influential,
Right.
who have
No social
No-
media at all.
when I did Law and Order,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
The people on set don't have huge,
Social
Social
media.
media following.
Right. Yeah. They
but their power,
their influence.
their influence,
Right.
is bigger than social media.
Right. One
So
phone
who
call.
are you?
One phone call can.
Could change your whole life.
Yeah.
So who are you with 50,000 followers, right?
Right.
Looking down on somebody like that.
Yeah.
Because they have on regular clothes you don't know. And you're in
Yeah.
a room, you're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
And now you've just lost a whole lot of blessings.
Right.
Because, he only got 300 followers. He
Indeed.
must not know anything.
Yeah.
No, bro. he don't need 50,000 followers.
Yeah.
Because his worth
Yeah.
is worth more than your 50,000 followers.
Right.
Literally.
Indeed.
Because your 50,000 followers does not equal to $50,000.
Yeah.
But his 300 followers
Yeah.
equals to 50,000 millions, 50
That's it.
million or
Yeah.
more or whatever.
One phone call can
One
change.
phone call could
a
change your whole
person's
life. So
Yeah.
don't ever want to look. Don't even do the biggest mistake you make in your life. is to
Indeed.
do that.
Indeed.
Of course.
Yeah. Now, anything else that you would like to cover in this interview that we may have not covered on?
Just watch out for me, guys.
Yeah.
I really have so much to give you guys. I need you guys to please tap in. I only ask one favor from you guys. You know, I know you guys know me as a dancer and stuff like that. I need you guys to just like give me a chance to show you the kind of vessel God wants me to be in this industry. Give me a chance to really show you guys that. Don't box me in. Even if you want to, even if you are, you know, take that mask off and really just take time to really like digest what I'm doing.
Indeed.
Don't look at it as like he's doing too much thing at a time.
Yeah.
Look at it as God is using him to do this thing at the right time of his life. Because this is when I have the most energy to do it. I can't be 40 doing what I'm doing now. This is the time for me to do it. So when I'm 40 and I'm settling down and I decide to settle down to one thing, you understand? Yeah. I will know that that's God's way of telling me, okay, like this is where you need to just be now. But right now, God wants me to be doing what I'm doing. And I need you guys to just allow that.
Indeed.
And don't box me in. Allow that and just appreciate me for me.
Give you room to grow.
Give me room to grow and appreciate me and my craft for me.
And there you go. And that is important because you know what? I'm going to tell you one thing. Even when you reach 40, you still give him more room to grow. Yeah. Because you can go into a whole bunch of other things. Then you may be the tycoon that financially is opening other doors and creating other means for other people and other communities, right? But one thing that is important is that you definitely currently you're wearing your position, you playing your position, you wearing your self well, brother. Yeah. Thank you. You're definitely in place. You're representing for all of us, man. You there, and we're there with you. Consider Diaspora Central home for you. Anytime you have anything going on, you just give a holler. If you can't reach me, you already know who you can call that can reach me, right?
Thank you. And honestly, I want to give a quick shout out to some of my brothers.
Go ahead, brother.
Shout out to my brothers back home. You know, my family. I already give them a real shout. Shout out to my best friend Usman. Shout outs to the people who have been holding me down. Mr. Bello, Midday Music, La Chaleur, you know, Big Fish, you understand? We have our little whatever right now, but like he helped me produce my whole EP. So shout out to Big Fish, you know, like my first ever EP, you did that. Shout out to Big, shout out to Dad, the image maker. Shout out to Ghana Boy, my dance partner, my brother for life. Shout out to Ridwan, who's been hosting me out here in Houston. Shout out to Solomon, who's been holding it down with me for all the parties I've been going to. Shout out to everybody, every single body who has been helping my journey grow. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I don't take your help for granted, no matter how small or no matter how small or big it is. And shout outs to, honestly, hold on. Shout outs to Dots, Tolu, Dez, Maggie. Shout outs to Sarah Chips, Ills, Afro Movement. There's so many people. There's so many. I can't even name them all, but like, yo, you guys know yourself, and this is me using this platform to say thank you, and trust and believe when we get to that. When I get to that stage, none of you guys will be left behind.
There you go.
You guys are right with me now.
There you go. And listen, this is what it is all about. It's about creating that path, giving everyone that opportunity, and being appreciative of the opportunities that have also been given to you.
For a fact.
Yeah. Papi Ojo, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so very much for having me, and man.
Yeah.
Diaspora Central.
Yes, sir.
You guys are it.
Yeah.
You are him.
Yeah. It's not you guys, it's we.
We.
Yeah. We are it.
We are it.
Yeah, because we Diaspora Central.
Are the diaspora.
Indeed. And we understand that you also have stuff that is happening at Said Institute.
Yes.
Connect.
Yes.
There.
We're going to be posting more about it on my social media, so please be on the lookout. I'm going to be having a little something special for Houston. You know, I have to definitely make my mark.
There you go.
As a musical artist.
Yeah.
So just watch out for my page. I'm going to be posting more about it, but I'm going to be having a little performance, live performance at Said. And just be on the lookout.
There you go.
Yes.
And this is what it is all about, man. It's about making sure that you definitely going out, you're connecting, you're creating the vibe and the space necessary not only for you, but for your fans, for your family, for everyone.
I gotta get one more
video.
I gotta get one more thing, man. One more thing.
You gotta get one more.
I have to give them this. I have to give them this, man. Hold on.
Indeed.
Yes.
You know that this is home. This is home for you, so you can do whatever you want to do.
Let me just quickly.
Let's go.
So show out. I'm teaching a very nice school, a choreographer that's very dear to me.
There you go.
So my latest single Purple. So
there you go.
There's a dance challenge that I want to teach you guys too. So
there you go.
Make sure to come participate.
There you go. And that's Papi Ojo in Houston.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, representing 100% as he always does. And for those of you that took a few minutes out of your busy schedule to join us, remember, if there's one thing out of this conversation that you need to take with you is the following. Always remember to believe in yourself, your innermost want. Is what God wants you to be. It may not be easy, but that's what it needs to be. So remember, think success, and do not allow any circumstance or anyone to box you into a place where you know that is not rightfully yours. Until next time, peace.